need to get the stream back up before everybody just leaves.
Okay, the stream,
if they haven't already.
I think it's back up. Hello!
It is.
Apologies! I tried to open a PDF, and it did not like that. Sincerest apologies for this. Wow, okay.
This is why you don't work
Hello.
with computers or children.
I mean, yeah, you're right. Welcome, welcome. Okay. Yes, we are back live both. Oh, fuck, that is disappointing, but what can you do? Can Hell hear us? Or is everything good stream-wise? Relatively?
Could be.
As much as it can be.
Yeah. I
As
hear
good
us
as
on
it
stream.
can be. Oh, that is so unfortunate. We had a decent amount of people with us. Yeah, I can't see the application that I am trying to share, but that is fine. Anyway, where I left off was starting to explain... Where did I leave off?
I think you're about to explain luck.
Luck? Oh, and failures. Okay.
Yeah.
So, if you try to do something and you roll the amount of successes required, essentially on the dot, you succeed, you level up. If you fail, you did not roll the amount of dice required to be successful. The outcome that you desired does not happen. Something goes a little haywire. A new challenge is added, a new option, a new course of whatever. But you are not spotted on a failure. And this is something that is kind of core to the game. When you are trying to... Can y'all hear? Oh, that's to the chat, not to us. My bad. Yeah, intrinsically, if you
We
fail...
are showing a completely black screen, though. I
Fucker!
know that.
No,
I did not
you have
know
to
that.
refresh it. Once you refresh it.
Oh, refresh it?
shows.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, it's up and running.
Okay,
really
it's not me.
normally. And I can
Sweet.
hear everyone.
Maybe
via
it's
the
just
stream.
me. I'm the problem.
Yeah.
I would sincerely like to fuck up OBS and Twitch's day. But, no, actually, I think Discord is the real reason. Whatever. I will be a cunning folk another day and bring their demise later. Anyway, failures do not get you seen. Being... You have to... Okay, yeah. The mechanic of being seen comes in with something called a super success. So a super success is part of what makes this game so unique, and also which causes the level downs. So if you are, let's say, a level 3 folk creature, you roll 3d6 to complete a task. Let's say you wanted to hide a piece of jewelry. That's a pretty simple task, but you're now, I think I would guess between 5 and 8 feet tall. You are a stronger, larger, more present and powerful creature. So it's harder to do these little dinky tasks as quietly and as stealthily as you once could when you were a less powerful and smaller folk. So over succeeding by rolling, let's say you roll 3 6s for a 1 success task, you succeed, you do the thing, but you're spotted by the mortal folk and you level down.
No.
Yeah. Because part of your power
No.
is reduced because of this kerfuffle that is caused by being seen, and you shrink. So that's where the mechanic of leveling up and leveling down comes from. So it's a really cool balance. I've not come across personally any game that has an up and down leveling system, and benefits that come from both ends of the spectrum. So you can be
Right.
like a level 4 or a level 5 folk creature, and you can bend reality. You can cause forests to grow all around a kingdom. You can do these magnificent magical tasks, but you're the equivalent of like... I was gonna say like the Loch Ness Monster or like Bigfoot. Maybe not the most, maybe not the best examples, but yeah, you are a notable and powerful fake creature. That's hard to like, you know, do the little mischievous things like hiding socks. So kind of balancing out, it adds to the chaos when you grow
like
and
that.
you level up and you do all that kind of stuff. Luck comes in.
Okay.
Whenever you fail a roll, you get a point of luck. It's similar to, I think it's similar to Kids on Bike with adversity tokens. I might be mixing in portions of Monsters Within, which is the reskin of the game that we did. But essentially, you gather luck, and you can use luck to either add a die or subtract a die from your roll. So if you're a hulking level 4 folk creature, and you want to do something that's just a little more subtle and manipulative in that world, you can be like, all right, I'm going to use a point of luck. I'm going to take away one of my dice so it reduces my chance of over succeeding and blowing my cover. Alternatively, if you're a level 1 fae and you want to do something that's a little big for your britches, you can use a luck point and you can add a d6. So if something was a 2 success and you're like, well, fuck, I can't, I'm going to use a luck, and then I'm going to be able to do that. Odds are maybe succeed and level up. So a lot of chaos can kind of ensue, and it's a lot of mobility.
I love it.
Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah, I think that's a really interesting dynamic of like, you might try to fail so you can level down as a strategy. I think that's neat.
Mm-hmm.
Make
And
it easier to do other tasks.
And Rhodey, it can be great for someone like you who rolls a lot of ones.
I know.
If you want to
Weirdly
level
enough,
down.
in our punch and roll for initiative, I feel like majority of the time I've actually been rolling well, which is weird for me.
Yeah,
So when
you've
this
rolled pretty well.
when this last game, when I was hitting
That
just
was
garbage,
so
I was like,
funny.
I know, I was like, oh, it's finally back. All right.
I was listening and I'm like, is this a Thil? Like what is happening? This
Yeah.
is
It was so
for
fun.
context, Ithil was is not done yet. Is
Yeah.
Rhodey's other character and just piss poor
Rolls
luck.
garbage. Never rolls well. Has like it's I try to make him a more epic character in that game, and it's always like it's like Wile E. Coyote when he realizes gravity exists. He could have kept going, but I get that roll that just makes me drop, and it's like, oh, come on.
You've realized gravity exists and just plummet.
Yep, and just waste my day. Okay, great.
You know what? Maybe there's a group of cunning folk going after Ithil.
Dude, that would work.
Maybe
too.
you cursed him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who did you piss
There
off?
you go.
Probably a decent amount of people.
I was gonna say that character did probably piss off quite a bit.
It's a better question to ask who hasn't he pissed off at this
Yeah.
point.
He kind of found joy in pissing people off, so it wouldn't surprise
That
me.
is true. He's a little shit disturber, which is great. All right, so I think I will show you guys each the archetype sheets for the different archetypes. I'm going to show you the little classes. I don't know if you can read that, because it's pretty small on my screen, but that's fine. So this is the
It's
trickster.
Pretty readable.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty readable.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, all smiles and promise of fortune for a price. These beautiful folk can charm and use words as expertly as a lumberjack wields an axe. Don't let their performance fool you, though. The teeth in that shining smile are wickedly sharp, and before you know it, you'll be bound into a contract for which you dread collection. This, like I said, you can match these spells and levels to any folkloric thing you might be interested in playing. And this kind of touches on the levels and the power associated with the level of your folk.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a free one that comes just because you are a folk. Disarming Smile. They'll drop whatever they're holding. Rumor Mill, Fool's Gold, and the biggest one, take command over a person by speaking aloud their true name. So as you level up and down, you will be able to do these different aspects of the trickster, and it's slightly different for, like, let's say the light. So lights do not lead you to safety. The stories of the found becoming lost are many, and so few find their way home to tell the tale. Some of the most wicked of the folk, the lights lead people to their dooms for nothing other than the fun of it. I personally think of the ghost lights, or like the I forget what
Will o' the Wisp.
Will o' the
Will o'
Wisps. Yeah.
Yeah.
So similar to that, and I love the little art
That's cool.
for it. It's absolutely precious.
It's got like a glowing firefly butt.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
was thinking. It's like a gothic Tinkerbell.
You say gothic Tinkerbell, but all I think is Brave, the little things.
From
Groot
Lisps.
with wings. That's funny.
Groot with wings.
Just the head. I
And a
see
boot.
that.
And a
Booty.
boot. Booty.
Yeah.
She's thick. Tiny waist. Thick.
Yeah, these are neat.
But yeah, like extinguishing
Compel
light,
person.
seeing in darkness. You can lure someone, take on the form of a person's beloved, and then you can compel them to forget anything you wish. Like manipulation and all that.
Dude, number 4
Oh,
sounds
so we're
like
Gaslight Gatekeep Girl
terrifying.
Boss, are
This
we?
is Gaslight Gatekeep Girl Boss. Through and through.
Yeah. Like take on a silent form of a person's loved one. That's messed up. You could do some mean stuff with
Some
that one.
fuck shit, right?
Yeah.
Next up, we have the Elemental. He's adorable. Again, massive shout out to Emily for the art style of this book.
Yeah.
I love them all so much.
See, this is
You
what
look
I
so
thought
fancy.
Garnet looked like, vaguely.
Maybe if Garnet grows up, if he levels up.
Yeah.
Just because
I
I
asked
feel
that
that
the other day.
Garnet's more gem than rock.
Right.
See, I didn't realize Garnet's been in Beryl's artwork the whole time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's floating up there. It's just a cute little guy. So elementals are grown from seed and molded by mountains. These beings are one with nature, one with the natural world, and can shape it and move it as they see fit, nurturing fresh growth and ushering in new seasons as they have since time immemorial. I gotta just zoom this in. I can't. Fuck, it's too dark.
He's
Not too
busy.
dark.
I was
It's
born
too
in
small. I
mine.
just
Yeah.
can't
I was
read.
molded by-
He's shy. Oh, Cleo was talking.
Oh,
We
sorry.
couldn't hear her.
Oh god damn, that's
Sneeze.
fine.
Oh,
I was
fair
just
enough.
reading the
Okay,
little
okay,
blurb
okay.
of
Yeah,
of
that's
Elemental,
okay.
and then I messed up, and
Oh,
then I
that's
said I swear I could read. Sorry.
Yeah.
They can wreak chaos and destruction indiscriminately should they get their minds set on doing so. So teleportation.
We love that for them.
Sick. Speaking with animals, awesome. Mushroom rings that trap people, pretty handy. And rapidly decay
So
plant or
classic
object
Celtic
you can
fae.
see. Say again?
Classic Celtic Fae.
Mm-hmm. Make a plant go exponentially larger at an alarming speed. So you guys are kind of picking up like the themes of each one.
Yeah.
Miss Hell. Dear goodness.
I beg your pardon?
It's
Sorry,
not-
I just
Hell.
That was
Yeah.
not what
Goodness.
she was,
Oh dear. I mean, if it's okay, we're moving on.
Part of me was going to go, this is a family-friendly stream. And I
Absolutely
went,
not.
no, it's not.
I was talking about trapping a chicken inside of a ring of power.
Yes.
Right.
It is create a ring that traps anyone inside.
Trap
I
people's
walk
what?
away for
They're
30
Oh my
seconds.
God.
What?
Understandable. I'm sorry for randomly referencing the chat, but that was beautiful. Hell, my god. Moving on to the next one.
Just real quick, because
Yeah.
I'm not actually watching the stream like everyone else, I don't know what she said, so I'm trying to figure out what Hell said that triggered a
You're-
chicken in a ring. Like,
To
I am
quote,
missing out on half a joke here, but I think I got it.
to quote our darling Hell, LOL mushroom cock rings.
Oh,
Yeah.
To be blunt about it.
I love the fact that Aaron's like, oh, he sounds so disappointed.
My question
Hell.
is, how close were
Understandable.
you to your assumption?
Yeah.
Did you get it?
Well, speaking of mushrooms, we've got the crone that's styled as a little lovely mushroom man with
It is.
a plentiful beard and a mustache. This is not
It's
what
a
I had
Beryl,
pictured.
just as a mushroom.
Ah, I like that. Little lad. But not what
The
I had
crone.
thought with the crone. You usually think of like a swamp witch or,
Old
or
lady.
some other.
Swamp witch, yeah.
Hmm. Crone are the folk with fickle minds, fierce tempers, and the answers you seek. Strange and stuck in their ways, crones are as vain as they are old. This might be more Iris. With a well-placed with a well-placed compliment, they can often be flattered into being helpful, but be careful. They can change their mind on a wing beat. For as eager as they may be to help a charming young man, they could just as quickly decide to curse him simply for looking at them funny. It's best to make sure you stay on their good side. Which I
Mute
love
or
that.
unmute. That is so neat.
Mm.
The second level one, mute or unmute someone you can see. So you could literally
Yeah.
just be like constantly like turning them on and off. It's like, nope, yep, okay, you can talk now. Nope, never mind.
Well, you do have to roll for it, so
I
constant
know,
is
but that's
not
what I'm
quite
saying. It's
accurate,
like,
but
oh, that's
that's
so
enough out
neat.
of you, young one.
Yes.
Silence, whippersnapper. But this could
None of
be.
them are tooth fairies that just steal teeth.
You could make
That could be the
something steal
tricks. Yeah,
teeth.
you could fit that into one of these.
Oh
Like
yeah,
light looks the most akin to a tooth fairy, but
that's true.
you can pick
True.
any one of these and just be like, yeah, the mischief I want to do is steal teeth. You
Who is it
horrendous.
Out of people's mouths.
Horrendous.
Is it the light that can make people forget something at level 5? I
Yes.
forgot what was the- Yeah,
Mhm.
so that would be a good one for a tooth fairy.
For sure. And looking at so level 2, zip it. You can mute or unmute someone. Could you imagine someone's giving a speech, and to make them look bad, you mute every other word and you change the meaning of their sentence or something. We can get so creative and awful with all of these things.
It
And I
reminds
want
me
to
of those Nestle
encourage the
Crunch
worst.
commercials when they're biting into the Crunch bar and they don't hear every word, so they do something stupid because what they heard didn't make any sense.
Boom.
That's what it makes me think of when you said that, like mute and unmute, so you don't hear exactly what they're saying. That's exactly what it made me think of.
Hell yeah. And so their initial like level 1 free thing, you can gift your luck points to other folk. Pretty cool. Mute or unmute, create thick fog centered on a spot. You can swap the minds of 2 living creatures you can see.
That's great.
Wild.
That's terrifying.
All right.
love that.
Hey, the king now has the goat's mind. Bah. You know? You just there's so much
The actual bleed.
beautiful and curse you. A person must
Hell.
The crone has been. Oh no, Hellion, Jesus. For you, Aaron, the crone has been wearing a mushroom cock ring right under his cap. That's for sure.
Excuse me.
That's what Hell, our lovely Hell, has said in the chat.
The only way that you know, though, is if you lift the mushroom
Stop getting
skirt.
distracted.
I love
That's
how she
rude. You
does
can't
that and
lift a
then tells
mushroom
us to stop getting
skirt. Be a gentleman. All right, and
When they grow out their gills, they let out their little, like the little bit that's underneath is like a skirt. It's called the skirt, I believe. I think you broke, Aaron.
possibly.
distracted.
All right, our final archetype that I would go over is the Beast. And this one I honestly think of. It's typical of your big fighter ish type thing.
Yeah.
My mind goes to Over the Garden Wall, and that
Mm.
the Beast just vibes. I like it. So beasts are creatures that cut their way out of your nightmares with fang and claw. These beings are driven by hunger, whether sating an appetite, following a command, or yearning for something far more complex. They can follow the scent of their quarry over vast distances, in some cases to hell and back. Whatever it is, they can't go back to their masters without it. There is no running from this particular kind of debt. So, threatening. Not just gatekeep, gaslight, manipulate. Threatening. I don't know why I'm making
This
that
guy's
so
like
many
Freddy
syllables.
Krueger.
Yeah.
Like,
Basically.
walk amongst people's dreams and communicate with the dreamer. And then the last one says, completely devour a person within reaching distance.
So yeah, those are the highest level perks of this.
Yeah.
Boo is whenever you're spotted, you terrify whoever you can see. So I guess that'll be my decision when we play eventually. When you're spotted as any of the other classes, it might be with anger or aggression or like, oh my god, look at that fucking idiot. Like, but this one specifically elicits terror, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Level 2, discern the exact location of a person or object you've seen before. Very helpful with recon, or, if someone is in the know about being fucked with by all of these cunning folk, they can't hide from you. Not even in their dreams. because
I was about to say.
which level 4 is the Night Terrors, walk amongst the people's dreams and communicate with the dreamer. I did skip level 3, elicit a violent rage in a person you can see, which is,
Yeah.
that's fun. And then, yeah, just desserts. Completely devour a person. Just, ow. Nom. You're
Right.
done.
What I like about level 3, seeing red,
Mhm.
is the fact that you can put someone in a violent rage means you can turn them into a weapon.
Oh, yeah.
It's like that's so crazy.
Oh, completely. So, yeah, those are the archetypes. And this is generally the type of game I don't believe we're going to be having battle maps, because a lot of it is going to be constantly changing and very improv based and theater of the mind
Theater of the
based.
mind.
Yes, exactly. So, frankly, there's no way
Open a
to
third
guess
eye.
how this is going to go.
Yeah.
So, we're just going to roll with it. And I encourage you all to be your most gremlin and chaotic selves when we play this game. So that
Dare I say, punch and roll with it.
punch and roll with it, baby. I love that. Yeah, so that is the game in its core components. I adore this guy. I
Oh my
literally called this
God, he's
for
so
vibes.
cute.
Right? Again, Emily Graymore.
He's so cute.
Amazing
That's
designer, amazing writer, amazing illustrator.
Who has just popped in to say hi to the chat, by the way.
Did she? Hello! This
The
is
creator
the
herself,
wonderful creator.
themselves.
Yeah, hi Emily. I just finished running through the whole thing. But yeah, people, if you want a physical copy of this, go back Emily's Kickstarter and get yourself a copy of this. And also check out everything else she's done, because it's awesome.
And to
Nice.
describe the monster that we're seeing, or beast is probably a better word for it, is it looks like a blend between a billy goat, a walrus, and what, like a buffalo maybe?
It's got sloth. It's got sloth toes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I see that. And
I
then
would call him friend.
it's definitely very cute.
If not friend,
It's
why
friend
friend
shaped.
shape?
He's friend
Yeah.
Very
shaped.
friend shaped.
Yeah.
A smile on its face with a butterfly looking like it's about to land on its nose.
Yeah.
Mushrooms in a bag on its back. That's really neat.
And big old teeth.
Yeah.
It's just a good little guy he is. So yeah, now we can, if you guys are up for it, we can dive into. Actually, do you guys want to take a break? Because we usually do take a bit of a break between hours of playing. Or is 10 our wrap up time? No, yeah, 11 is our wrap up time. Would you guys like a break?
Sure, if you have more planned for us, I wouldn't mind a bit of a break.
Essentially, what I'd like to start doing is ironing out our setting and the offenders and your slights.
Okay.
And if you
Cool.
guys
Yeah.
want more time with that, we can definitely be like, okay, here's the offender, and you can go ruminate on your slights for the next 2 weeks. And then once we have a time to play and stream this, then we can fully put it into action. But yeah, is that something you guys are up for tonight?
Sure, at least getting into it, at least starting the process.
Yeah. So mostly offender and slights and setting.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Okay. I do not have a be right back screen, so I'm just gonna say we're gonna be right
Just
back,
mute
folks.
Just mute the audio sources, and it'll be fine.
I will mute
But,
all the
um,
things.
Yeah, you might want to leave this
While
adorable
we
thing
have
up.
her though, like just
Yeah.
another huge shout out and thank you to Emily for
Yes.
Yeah.
letting us collaborate on this.
Yes.
I'm excited to experiment with this.
Absolutely. Emily has been so gracious as to send us a copy of this and give her our blessing to run with this and play and be the little gremlins that we know we can. And definitely appreciate it. I feel bad. You joined right in as we're going to go on a break, but thank you for popping in. And everyone, yeah, go check her out, please, because she's amazing.
We'll be back in like
and awesome.
5 minutes.
Yeah, we'll say
5 minutes or so.
yeah, we'll start back at 10:20 EST,
Sounds good.
whatever time that is for you in 6 minutes. Cool. All right, goodbye, folks. And we should be back. Hello!
Yay!
I hope you all had a lovely break and can hear us. Can you hear us? I'm gonna say yeah. Because technical
Maybe.
difficulties? What technical difficulties? Not like the stream already crashed, but that's fine.
Yeah, I saw things lighting up.
Look.
I assume they can hear us.
It wouldn't
Yay.
be a streamed game if it didn't crash at least once.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're good.
Right. It's just part of it. Excellent. So we're going to dive into the part of this, I guess, gesturing vaguely at all of this, where we go into a bit more the nitty-gritty of what we're going to do in the game that we eventually play. So we've already had some ideas about offenders being like an adventuring party, akin to, or maybe ripoffs of, parallels of, our true, like, punch and roll for initiative game that we do stream at this time usually, but I stole it. So that's definitely one option of an offender that we can do, and we can do each different member as the subject of our ire. Do we want to come up with possible other offenders? Like if there's, I don't know, there's a king who has a booming wagon industry and is now taking up the forest to get lumber to build his
I'm
own
intrigued by a
product.
king who has a.
Who has a what? Sorry, Aaron?
You cut out on
Damn
us, and
Yeah.
so we heard that there would be a king with a boo.
A king
And
with a boom. God damn it!
I am intrigued.
A king with a booming wagon empire who is chopping down your forests to create more of these wagons, and you're all slighted by the disrespect towards nature and towards your home. Or maybe there's, like we said, a bard that has sold their soul to one of you. Are there any more offender ideas, or would we like to stick with the
Look.
group of adventurers?
Hear me out. There is a great bard known as, I don't know, the Grey Bard. Look at you, Ethan. Who has told a story about great adventurers that has put the Fae in a terrible light. The fact that these kind mushroom people were living about their day, and yet this bard is out there telling this story of adventurers who came in and committed atrocities against the Fae people.
I adore that.
So are you picking on Ethan?
A little bit.
Hey, he's not here. He can't defend himself.
He's spending time with his family. God. I do
He made
actually
the wrong
adore
choice.
that.
All right. No,
Like the Fae come
He's
after each of
mistelling-
us at some point.
He's mistelling the story of
Mhm.
what
Mm.
happened to the Fae people, the poor mushroom people of I don't know, like
the world that we play in?
Puffbaltopia that had their lives irreparably damaged by these adventurers, and it's all that's happening now is more adventurers are being inspired to hunt down our people due to the callous words of the Grey Bard.
Stories Don't Care is in 100% support of this. It says
Yeah.
that Ethan laughs at me too much. Make him suffer. I
Excellent.
like it.
We could so do that. Like thinly veiled attacks at each of us at the table.
Yes.
We also don't have to make it connect to our other games
That's
or us.
completely true.
I mean, I
It's
do like
low-hanging
it
fruit,
though.
and it's right
It
there,
It is,
Zach.
yeah. I know. I do like it though. And that one, I think either idea can either be very, very obviously references to our other stuff, or they can be a little bit more veiled. Because like this one, what I like about this idea a lot too is like you don't even have to go so far as to say that this bard is like spreading this story that's inspiring adventurers to mistreat the fae or nature or something. It could be as petty as just he misrepresented the fae in one of his stories,
Mhm.
and now we are going to fuck his life up.
I
Oh,
like that.
completely.
Yeah.
Like that
I
is
think
the
that's great.
perfect level of petty for this. And
Yep.
so for that, we'll use the Grey Bard as our stand-in for now.
Yeah.
We
I am perfectly happy
He
with having
mispronounced
it be a
fae
reference to
one time.
Ethan, though. I'm
Yeah.
totally cool with that.
He's gonna come back. He's like, what?
He mispronounced Faye one time. I like that. That's so funny.
So
He
we
said we
want
used
Fae are
bundle carriers and
essentially
they were wool.
What was that, Aaron?
we Fae are essentially rules lawyering our DMs. Like, actually, the Fae aren't like that anymore.
You got to push your glasses up on your nose. Oh, I love it.
I did. Yeah.
That is
I
a
can hear it. I can
damaging,
hear it. Yeah. Oh, it's so
a
good.
damaging and outdated way to portray our kind. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Just
Our
the
blood-
fact that he
our
fact that he mispronounced sigil one time and
That
offense
too.
to that.
Yeah,
That's actually a
so
The
slur.
fact that he downplayed how bootylicious our mushroom folk really are.
That's so funny.
Yes, this is
Oh my
beautiful.
gosh.
So, in picking our gray bard, we will be giving him things that he cares about. Basically, instrumenting things that we can destroy or fuck up. So the examples here are: the king needs to ensure a successful engagement between his daughter and the neighboring kingdom's prince so he can unite the kingdoms after generations of wars and tension. The king loves to show off his wealth and power, proudly unafraid of the old superstitions and fables. The king has a giant diamond which he always keeps at the top level of the castle under strict guard. So we could introduce: the Grey Bard has a grand show that's being held at the capital city of... Insert
Yeah.
place name here.
Ember Island players.
And there
Grayville.
can be kind of stops along the way. So like you... And this is kind of how the game mechanic is. I love how Emily says, begin at the beginning. What was the slight? And then do some recon. Who is this person? What do they do? Who do they care about? Discover these goals via your investigation. So I will take ideas from you guys, but I will inevitably be the one to like, okay, this is the goal, this is that
There
you
you
guys
go.
won't
Yeah.
particularly
Yeah.
know.
I agree.
We
Making a
can't
show
let them
Okay,
of
we
get
got it
to...
now.
Yeah, we lost you for most of that.
We lost-
God
The last
damn
2 minutes.
it!
Oh, Cleo.
Well, the
Yeah.
stream got
We
me,
just had a
but it's
little
important that
personal
you guys do, which is
Yeah.
unfortunate.
I think we...
Where'd you
it was
lose me?
thrown out, like... I think I threw out that it's the the cursed show. Everything goes wrong, and we can't let him get to opening night.
Yeah.
Opening night, he's supposed to have the great liege lord or king of the area viewing, and it'll be his big break. And
Yeah.
if he lands that show well, he'll be set for life. Insert
have-
some pun about a publishing company.
If we have to pick like things he like puts above everything else, I feel like an instrument of some sort, maybe his attire, like because he's worries about his appearance, and his reputation, I think are 3 things that would be easy for us to like play with.
Yeah, and I love those. And what I said, I think when I got cut off, and so chat knows this. Essentially, we will spitball ideas. So I love that, like the instrument, his pride, an opportunity with, with a agent.
Big break.
I don't know. We'll say, and the big show at the nation's capital or whatever. We'll pitch all of these, and I will choose what actually is
The city
true.
of Hollywood.
Yeah. Oh my god. Ever After, or like in the Shrek one with all that.
Yeah.
Essentially, I will pick, and in character, you guys will have to discover these in your like quote reconnaissance phase of the game. So you guys will need to know, like, yeah, this guy pissed you off, but like, there will be a part of the session where you're figuring all that out. Like, oh wow, he sleeps with his loot like locked in a cage, and he sleeps with it, and like the key is, I don't know, in his boot or something like that. So that'll be a
Now,
reconnaissance
when you say
phase.
sleeps with his loot,
He fucks it. Yes. Sorry.
Oh, see, I
Just
was
so we're
I was
clear.
actually
I
I
mean,
was
it does
actually
have
thinking
one
very
hole.
something different. So I'm glad you clarified that.
Yeah. So yeah, we will establish these values and the general vibe of
He spends a long
what
time
this
polishing
world
his
is.
loot.
He does. This gray bard, what a
This anime
And
pillow.
and his fit, he has to he's obsessed with his fit, his silks, his floppy stupid hat.
So I love
The
this. So
perfect feather.
the perfect feather for it. So I love this. So we've got two options. If we want to come up with, if we want to flesh out the adventure idea, we can go into each of the group. So maybe the Gray Bard is part of an old adventuring group. Maybe he's split off and he's doing his own thing, and he is the subject of your ire. And maybe you find out, like, oh, he wasn't acting alone, and then boom, we have our next session, or we have our sitcom
This
esque.
is where we have to
Um,
take out the entire
I
cast.
Yeah. So this is actually an interesting angle because I was looking at the I was looking at the PDF a little bit, and there's something in there. I can't remember which page I read it on, but it talks about how um you can like think of it in like very very long time span terms because the
Mm-hmm.
folk are immortal or at least very very differently aged than mortals.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're what you just said really triggered something, like if we're kind of combining, like if the gray bard is one member of this adventuring party and we want to do it sitcom style where we're fucking with each member of the adventuring party,
Mm-hmm.
it could be that when they were young, like level 1, 2, or 3 adventurers, they did something petty that pissed us off, but we wait until they are retired, like level 20.
Successful,
Played the
yeah.
long game.
And then we come back and fuck with them. And so for the bard, it's he's gone past, being like a low level adventurer, and now he's playing for kings and he's got this big break coming up. And for a different adventure, it could be something else, but it could be like so long ago that they did something, they kicked a rock in a forest, and now years later when they're retired or moving on to bigger and better things is when we're coming back.
Yeah. And for each of you, you can have this group could have slighted you 100, well, maybe not 100 years apart, but like one of you could have been impacted by their level 1 actions. Another one could have been impacted by their level 5 actions. 10, 15, whatever. Like, and you
The
guys
wonderful
come
thing about
together at
Fae
some
as
part.
well.
Mm-hmm.
The wonderful thing about Fae as well, it doesn't even necessarily have to be the person. It
Mm-hmm.
is we've just cursed
Could
their
be their
entire
it could have been
bloodline.
their
Yeah.
ancestor. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Completely.
It could easily be one of them is a warlock who made a pact and is now like and then tried to renege on it or did something wrong, and now we've come back to fuck with them later,
Oh my
or
god.
Yeah.
or
Oh my
uh
god.
fuck with their descendant
I
or
just
something like that.
I
There's a
just
lot of
thought
opportunities.
we're a group of Fae who are really pissed off because one of these adventurers came in a long time ago and kidnapped one of our tiny crystalline brethren and
Oh
imprisoned him.
Yee.
my god. Look at that
We didn't know
be.
Beryl went
It was
willingly.
consensual, I swear, we're friends. Um,
Garnet. This is the missing tales of Garnet.
the untold
Yeah.
story.
Oh my god, this is Garnet before he decided to go with Beryl. Like this is
Yeah.
like before the planes were all smashed together and before everything happened. Like this is just, oh my god, maybe this is why
It'd be
this is why
really funny
Toa
if
is
it wasn't
missing.
even
This is why
if it
Toa is
wasn't even
dead. We
Beryl
killed her.
that was the first one to resonate with Garnet. And so it wasn't even Beryl that took Garnet away. It's just because he's with you now, you're the victim. That'd be so like not even at all related, and it is a truly consensual like bond between Beryl and Garnet, but because someone else took Garnet, you got to deal with the consequences now.
Um,
Sorry, I had to read
Completely
Hal's
second hand.
message.
it was
Yeah.
a typo, but it's hilarious.
Oh well, OMG, the face fucking with all the warlocks under a patron. Sorry, the what?
The Fae fucking with me.
Yeah.
It auto corrected me.
Auto corrected her to face fucking, which is the opposite of what usually happens with autocorrect.
We should just be happy it doesn't say face ducking.
The fey ducking. You gotta love a good fey duck.
Yeah.
Well,
Jesus.
I am
Mhm.
I am sort of glomming on to the adventuring party
Yeah,
idea,
I'm
mostly
good with it.
because I'm thinking in terms of content, and I
Serial.
think that does a really good
Well, it
that's a
starts
really
out
good
that
setup for, like we said, sitcom style thing where we can get a
Mhm.
good number of sessions and like things out of
and
it,
the best
and we
thing
can fully tie in any other specific ideas we have to, well, they were they were a member of this adventuring party, or their ancestor was a member
Well, this is
of
the
this
thing as
adventuring
well,
party.
because it can be adjacent, like punch and roll adjacent in terms of the Grey Bard is a part of the party, and it's essentially our party, but it's like a caricature of our party of like, this is the adventure. Like, yeah, we're having the adventures in punch and roll, but it's also like within the scope of this is we're not the adventurers that we're putting out, and it's the like what punch and roll is the story that Ethan's telling as the bard, framing us as the heroes, whereas maybe the
I
Cunning
mean,
folk
having this
is a
literally
little bit more
connected,
of
I
the
don't think
pulling
is
back the
necessary at all.
curtain.
Yeah.
I think we could do
Yeah.
we can free ball with it. Like if
Yeah.
we've got the Grey Bard, which is clearly poking at Ethan. If any of us would like I could see Cleo Birch pissing off some Fae. She stole the name Birch. Like
That's funny.
or something like that. We can cross those bridges when we get to it. I don't know if
Yeah.
Ethan
is not playing
playing.
this one, as far as I know.
I don't know if
He
he
may
has
or may
the
not.
capacity to.
Either-
He's
Either
welcome
way,
to.
I think either way we use the gray name. He won't care.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think
We
oblique
go after
references
Ithics
to
next.
punch and roll, personal attacks to the players and stuff. But and I'm happy to be overruled, but I don't necessarily need it to be like so tied to like
Self-referential.
or like to our other games.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm not saying that it like has to be. I'm just like that idea of it's the caricature of Ethan's the Grey Bard and setting it kind of in a fantasy setting. And so, like, as you pointed out, us as the players, maybe we're the adventuring party, and the atrocities we're committing in game are like the adjacent-esque caricature of, as we said, this guy told a story about how he kidnapped a crystal creature, blah, 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 blah. And that's like, not what happened, but within the scope of the Cunning folk, we can make up whatever we want kind of theories.
And I mean, we can
And it lends to
Mhm.
plenty of room to expand more. Like if we just do it as like individual characters we're going after, then we can always add, let's do a session based off of a character based off of BDSM. And then there's another guest person that attends
Go after
Punch and Roll.
Rin.
We go after them, and maybe if someone happens to really enjoy the stream and tell us about their character, we can mess with their character.
Oh, I like
can just
that.
Yeah.
have a lot of fun with it.
I think we can.
It
really
it opens it up to a fantasy world where bards are going around telling the stories, and clearly they are misrepresentations of the Fae.
It's like the 300 in the alternate where
Right. Yeah.
the 300 made everything grand and way like cooler. We take it and flip it. It's like,
From,
Yes.
no,
from
this is way
Aaron's
worse.
idea though, I'm picturing a very unique punch and roll like Patreon tier where it's tell us about your D&D character and we will mock and
We'll
fuck it
fuck
up
with
in
them.
Dude, I like
We'll
that.
ruin their goddamn day. Or you know what?
And
Send
there
us
could be requests as well.
Yeah, like send us
think it's
like
good.
if you hate your boss and
A
you're like,
scenario.
my god, I would really love to see these people fuck with them in game. Yeah, you
Yeah,
you
just give us
send
a
in, you'd be like, oh
description of
yeah,
it
my
for
boss
sure.
Jerry is, and then we can just model our offender after that. I do love that as an idea of like,
Yeah, I think it's so good.
yeah. And we can, so I'm gonna say the Grey Bard is our offender. I will articulate exactly what his values and his setup is based on kind of like what we have talked about, not exactly, or maybe exactly, you won't know
Ethan
until
and
you do
Leo
some
going,
reading.
hey, if this thing
Hey,
happened,
buddy.
what would you do?
Yeah.
One of you has to inflict a kidney
Casual.
stone.
Oh god.
I'm so sorry. I
Oh
shouldn't
my
be editing
God.
this.
That's good. That's
In game,
good.
in game, in game. Yeah, okay, excellent. And then, so with that, we have our Grey Bard.
Not allowing him to get any sleep, that would be
Yeah,
another
oh my
good
god,
one.
there's a beast
not
walking in his
fair.
dreams. That's why he can't
Yes.
sleep.
We steal his voice.
A kidney stone out of
Oh
game.
dear, that's dark even for us. But yeah, so okay, I'm locking it in. Gray Bard. So y'all's homework for the next however long until we play this game, because
Woo.
meeting
figuring that out.
up is the
Yeah.
hardest part of anything, is to decide the sleights either as a group or individually, or you can have one sleight that is group connected and one sleight that is individually connected. You're also going to pick whatever archetype you would like to play, and if there was any specific folklore or tale that you'd like to integrate in the game, let me know and we can make it happen. So if you want to be like a Wendigo, or if you would like to be Mothman, Mothman would technically be
I did cross
a cunning
the line.
folk.
Beast, I think. Right? Oh, okay.
I
Yeah.
will say, in terms of the Wendigo character,
Mm.
there are schools of thoughts that it shouldn't be.
It shouldn't
used.
be,
That,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was gonna
with
follow it
the-
up with, let's be respectful with whatever we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do not want to make mockeries of proper
Yeah.
culture.
We want to be
and
respectful of
lore.
everyone's culture.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, go ham with Mothman. Go ham with fuck,
We have a
Loch
goat
Ness
man.
Jersey
Monster?
Devil.
uh,
New Jersey
the
Devil.
Jersey Devil. Yeah,
I was gonna say
Yeah.
where I live, we have a
Yeah.
goat man mythology here.
Goat
that you can
Man.
see in
Yeah.
the-
Goatman
Yeah.
Bridge. The Goatman Bridge, is that?
Oh, that was on that BuzzFeed show, I think.
The Watcher.
Oh, I don't know.
That one? Sure.
The Jersey Devil.
I just know
Yeah.
in
No idea.
where I'm at, Goatman is definitely a well-known mythology.
Would
around
this
here.
technically be a goat man? Our little friend-shaped person?
I don't know if he's a goat. He kind of reminds me of a
Mm.
Pokemon. Which Pokemon? I think it's like the third movie. What was his name?
Oh.
You know the
Oh,
the like this is probably dating me. I think the Legend of the Unknown, and there were the little
Oh, we did in fact lag out on Discord, so it's...
um
oh, there we
the
go.
big fuzzy guy. What's his name?
Fuzzy
God.
guy. I don't know.
Geez, give me a second.
Go-Goat?
NT or something his name was.
NT. I gotta search this up. The fact that you reference the movies, I do adore. Oh, now I can't be heard. Am I here? Can you all hear me? Because I'm not lighting up anymore. And neither is anything else.
Yeah.
Legend of
Detective.
Yeah, there was a hey.
Ah.
Yeah.
Pokemon.
See?
All
See?
right, we're
Oh,
very off
yeah,
topic.
So I
off
do
talking
like
topic.
about
there.
But he kind of looks like this.
Oh yeah.
I love Stream can hear me
Oh,
lament
we didn't
about
even know
losing
that
you
Cleo
guys.
was- Oh no.
It's just me being
No,
like,
Cleo!
and Discord is once again
I
defeating
know,
me.
Cleo.
Yes! I think I've been consciously waiting for you or Daniela to say that. Ever since I started
I
going by Cleo,
know.
I'm like, I need this.
Sorry.
Yes. No, I thank you for that. That was a gift.
I'm so glad that I could
Yeah.
that I could give you that.
Thank you. This is good stuff. Yeah, so
Yeah, sure, just add water. Go watch it.
So I think that's basically all I've got for you guys. We've got about 15 minutes left for our normal, like, designated stream times. Do you guys want to talk about different TTRPG systems? What you like or don't like about them? Would you like to compare this one?
I
What's
just want to touch on again
Yeah.
the artwork. that
So
Emily's has done is
stunning.
absolutely fantastic. I think it's absolutely beautiful. It's because we're having a look at the PDF. It's not a very long PDF either. So if you it's
It's about 30 pages?
really simple. Yeah, it's about
Mhm.
30 pages and it's
Every one
really
of those
lovely and
pages
simple.
Is like rules stuff. Some of them are like just art and little notes. and
Pictures,
stuff.
yeah.
So yeah, it's very rules light.
and I-
so
Mhm.
there's a lot of
Yeah, I really
flexibility and
love that.
freedom.
Yeah, I would fully
I'm
recommend
terrified
this.
by the cactus people though. The cactus people.
Oh,
page,
the
like,
little
them.
lizard man and the cactus people. I'm sorry I don't have a snapshot for the stream, but you know what? If you go back to Kickstarter, then you can see it
Oh my god, the little frog with the butt.
yourself.
Oh, it does have a booty, but yeah, it's
It does
definitely
have a
fair.
booty.
Don't give away all the goods for free. Go back
Yes.
to Kickstarter if you
Yes,
want to see
go
some
back
of
to
the
Yes,
art.
go
Kickstarter. Get
The
a
artwork
frog
alone
booty?
is worth it.
oh
The
yeah,
artwork
this-
alone is worth it.
A
It's
friend of
beautiful.
mine, I was showing this to him, and he's like, "I want a tattoo of all of this." I want all of this tattooed.
Yeah.
Tattooed.
I want it all
Coloring
on my
book.
body.
Exactly. Stories
Ah,
don't care. Your
yes.
coloring book. I would totally
Coloring
color
book.
these.
Emily,
They're
yes,
beautiful.
please.
That's cool.
That would be so fun. If anyone has good idea for stretch goals of what they would like to hear, our creator, our god, is
I almost-
in the
You know,
chat. So
little
tell
little-
her.
Coloring book would, a coloring
little
book would go.
miniatures that you can paint as well would be so adorable.
Ooh, minis
The
of
illustrations
these lads.
also make me think this. You could make a really good like young adult or kids like horror book, like
yes,
where
Yes.
it's using these
Something in
characters.
like the Coraline age range.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Or like
I
what
mean-
where the wild things are or whatever it kind of has like that.
Yes.
Not as creepy as I would expect this story to go, but it does have that element of like
Don't tempt me, Frodo.
darkness to it. But yeah, I'm like a kid's book of this.
I could totally see though.
Would be really cool to see the illustrations with like a story
Yes.
of them using their abilities on some
In-
unfortunate character.
Mhm.
In terms of stretch goal ideas, miniatures are always one. I could also see like the archetype dice as well, like because it's a D6, you could
Ooh.
easily do a set of D6s. And the other thing is, if you wanted to make it even like pocket light, like you don't want to have like the rule book and stuff with you or whatever, and you're really adept at it, doing it like a card deck of just like instant story creation kind of thing of like, oh, this blah blah blah, that could
Oh.
also work as well. So
Cool.
this is ideas.
I do love the idea of cards, either tarot or like actual, just like a whole deck.
Like the deck of mischief.
Oh, I do love that.
Yeah, a mischief deck.
Emily, this live will be available after.
If you'd like
So
to continue
if
to
you-
reference the
Yeah,
yeah,
ideas.
if you're trying to write everything down live, you can go back.
Because it's such cute artwork that it really does.
That's what I was
work
saying with the
in
kids book. Is
transposing
that way you get to
mediums,
see
yeah.
it. Mhm.
Mhm.
You want to see more.
And that's
of
why I
it.
thought like the D6 dice with like, say like, the elemental with so little stones inside a D6, and you know, little bones and stuff like that for a beast set of D6s or whatever. Like
Mhm.
there's possibilities.
I
So
would
cool.
like
Also,
to
I'm a
see-
complete dice goblin. So.
Go on, Aaron.
I would like 2D standees that I can print out and color in.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, that makes it even easier than the minis, but like
Mhm.
the standees. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
That and
Especially
that
with I think
seems-
this art style would really lend itself to the 2D style, like you said.
Mhm.
As
Mhm.
well, yeah.
Oh,
Look,
that'd be
the mushroom with a
snazzy.
beard though, I'd like him in little 3D form.
Oh yeah,
But
I
he needs
want
the
that.
booty. He
I
would
need a
need a
butt.
booty.
My little cheeks. I could crochet
cheeks
this,
out.
man. I think I can
I'm
do that.
so glad Emily was not here when we were talking about the rings.
Yeah. Don't go back on
Emily,
that.
we are degenerates.
We can rein that in for the stream if necessary.
There was a
Well, we
lot
can
of
try.
mushroom objectification in our D&D streams, and just seeing this lovely little man did unfortunately bring some more mushroom degeneracy.
Came primarily from one
will-
source,
Our
but it was
lovely
very
hell.
entertaining. Yeah.
I will say, Rhodey, piggybacking off what you said about a kid's book, there's one particular image in the book that
Oh, is it
is like a
the
creature
little tooth
with a
fairy
coin.
one? Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that would work so well in a kid's book. It's absolutely gorgeous artwork, Emily.
I love it. He's like he's ginormous. He's knocking over the ceiling lamp. I think it perfectly encapsulates the like over success mechanic
Yeah.
because he's just too big for what he's trying to do.
I love it so much. It's like, yeah, it's like a giant wolf man slipping a tiny coin under a little kid's bed or like pillow.
Yeah.
Ah, it's so good.
That'd be so neat.
If
yeah.
you're wondering what we're referencing, go back to Kickstarter. That's a threat.
Aggressive support.
That is in fact a threat.
That is a threat if you were wondering.
the little guy who's in the snow with the kingdom in the background. I'm like, what's your story?
I would
Why
like
are
to
you
know
in the
him.
snow?
Because I also would like to know
Yeah.
what creature that is. Because it's got little stick arms. Like, he looks of snow,
don't
but he's
know.
also got like a pelt on his back. Like his hood has what I think is a face. It might not be a face. I might be
I can see
seeing
how it would be
things.
a face.
Oh, I see. I think
Yeah.
it might be unintentional.
Are
but I
y'all
can
looking
see
in
it.
like the PDF or something? Because I see
Yes.
nothing.
Yeah.
Page
Okay.
26.
I think Aaron and I are both completely lost.
In the
Sorry,
I
dark.
stream
assume.
folks.
I don't want to speak for Aaron. I
Oh,
just
it's
know
Snow
you
Fox.
aren't even watching the stream.
The
so.
last time I tried to
Pull
share
up
the
the
PDF,
PDF.
the stream crashed,
Yeah.
so I shan't
Yeah.
be doing that.
No, you're good
Here,
because
I
there
can
was
share-
illustrations
I-
on the screen, so I didn't know what
I
y'all were
can
talking.
share
I'm
my
looking around
screen
like
for
what?
the
Discord.
Oh,
Discord.
so
I
Aaron
would
and,
also-
yeah.
I would also like a pin of little horned walrus cuddle bear.
This boy,
just a little enamel pin.
Emily,
I would love him.
this friend.
2 pins.
I...
This little friend. I want a pin of him, and I also want a pin just saying for mischief.
Ah.
Here's the snow fox.
The boy.
Oh, that
Exactly.
looks so good.
So cute.
Oh, a notebook could be cute. I think honestly the most important thing to track is your level, which I put together a little character sheet for each of the archetypes that has the level and has like the actions you can do on a page, a little cheat sheet, so you guys can essentially mark up and down that just to keep track, because it's gonna happen a decent amount and I'm not gonna keep track of it for you.
What?
Sorry.
Then I can just tell you anything I want.
Oh yeah,
I'd
I'm
be
a
able
level
to
5
vibe
right now.
and say, no, I'm level 2. Oh, this is a good one.
I feel like that then speaks that we need tokens. We need like a play mat
No,
that's
we'll be
like
fine.
the really nice rubber backed like mouse mat play mat kind of thing.
But give
Now,
it
I will
oomph.
say that this thing right here, if this was on a mouse pad,
I
that'd
would
be
love
really
it.
cool.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
I want that. I just want it, friend.
Maybe a dry
Plushie.
erase situation.
We need a plushie of him.
Mm. Yes, but still like sketchy though, like 3-dimensional but white and sketched. For me,
And
at
filled with the
least.
stuff they put in Squishmallows.
Oh yes.
Somehow, I think this might be a bit much for a Kickstarter.
Yeah, I know. It's like, do all
Nonsense.
these things.
Magical fey creatures will help.
Well, the best
Yes.
part is, Aaron, Emily Graymore has already done a obviously laughing really hard comment and then said, "All right, I'll see what I can do," which is her way of saying, "All right, guys,
Yeah,
I'm
it's not
done."
happening. But yeah, we
There
like
were
the
some good
spirit.
ideas and some not
Yeah,
so
she's like, "Y'all are
Look,
going too far
I'm
now."
aware when we finally get to punch and roll stuff, we are totally doing plushies of bootied mushrooms.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
can
mean,
see how
And
fast I
I
can
just
crochet
want to
them
be
out.
there for the conversation with Hel, who is likely going to be heavily involved in this, and Ethan going, "Yeah, but is that enough plush in
But
the
is it
booty?"
enough? Chungus? Bootocious. Absolutely amazing.
Chungus pungus.
Buchungus.
Yeah.
Tumungus.
Tiny failing is like,
More
it's
cheeks.
okay. There could be a second Kickstarter later. That's right.
Oh, I
More
love it so
cheeks.
much. Oh my god, more cheeks does imply 2 cracks thou
Yeah,
Oh my.
at least.
or at least
at
3.
least-
How many cheeks do
at
you
least
want?
2.
We had a breakdown. I had a conversation with Hel the other day about mushroom anatomy and how that would work.
Yeah.
It went off the rails.
Oh dear.
I mean, just the topic alone implies that it has to go off the rails. You can't have a normal conversation about that.
Well, no, because
More
we were talking
volume,
about
that's
mushroom spores and the fact that the mycelium is actually the part that we see of the mushroom is actually just the visible part we see of the mushroom cluster. Whereas a lot of mushrooms have a huge mycelium underneath.
My
like
mind's
a
like,
colony.
what's that mycelium?
So you just proved my point. Yes. So it had to go off.
We did. We went with the fact that colonies, because then we got onto the fact that there are several homebrew D&D mushroom races essentially. That there's like the mycelium. I know that there's also the myconids as well. But yeah, and it was really fun because the mycelium were designed that they essentially take over unwanted vessels and their colony just grows within and takes that over, and they're like an entity of multiples that make up the one system. And it's really cool.
What are the
Y'all
unwanted vessels?
dove so deep into that conversation.
Look,
Tegan
Even
knows about
I was starting to
mushrooms.
check out. I'm like, what? Okay, I don't
it's
know.
okay.
I'm
Zach,
not
Zach
following.
and I get real nerdy sometimes.
It is true.
But yeah,
Amazing.
I know way too much about mushrooms, but
I'm really
yes,
excited. to
unwanted
play this game.
vessels, Cleo.
What does
Unwanted
that
vessels.
mean?
Dead bodies.
Okay.
Dead bodies.
Just wanted to clarify.
Oh my gosh.
Just wanted to clarify. I'm like, what's an unwanted? Like,
I love that
if
Tegan
your
could've-
self-esteem's feeling real
could've
low, one day you're like, I'm
quietly-
an unwanted vessel, and then boom.
Tegan could have quietly messaged that to you in Discord and
Oh, no, it's
decided
fine.
to rage about it. I love it.
Nah, man, you
Nonsense.
can't.
That's so
Direct
good.
conversation. That's the only way.
Exactly. And now everybody's on the same page.
Yeah.
Clear communication.
Dead bodies.
Yeah, well, the last time we dealt with mushrooms, we didn't really leave much behind, did we? I think Rhodey walked away wearing most of the
Yeah.
last lot of it, but
It took me
We dealt
4
with it.
sessions before I could get a bath. Yeah. and that was about a 10-foot walk, and it still took us about 4 sessions. So
Ah.
because we love roleplay.
I'm
Yeah.
kidding.
I gotta. I listened to the. I've listened to like 96%. I'm just the last couple minutes I gotta still listen to, of last. I'll just say last
Most
session.
recently?
I was gonna say last week, but
Yeah.
that's a lie.
Yeah, it's close enough.
Whenever that happened, it was delightful. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
the fight that you guys were in, Beatty just absolutely sniping people.
Yeah.
I don't think
Nailing
Sarah
it.
hit someone she didn't kill. Like,
It was lovely.
No.
also
And
the
I loved
bandage man.
how
being
dramatic
back.
it was where she's like, just
Right?
shoots him in the neck.
I'm
Just
sorry,
clock.
but I have a
The
personal
bandage
headcanon
man.
that in
Yeah.
a younger life, Redvold was totally a chiropractor.
What?
The hold he put that guy on.
Yeah, you can just imagine him, hands under the elbows, just lifting him and stretching him, and his back just going.
I'm gonna get these knots out for you.
Mwah. You just know that the
Okay.
man gives a good hug.
A good
I can,
deadly
yeah, I can
hug.
agree with that one. Oh.
It'd feel secure. Like, I
Like
mean this in
death.
a non-weird way now.
Okay.
Like, I feel like Redvold would give he would be a good hugger. I've just
I would
got-
say he's a gentle giant, but the way Aaron's been playing this, he's definitely far from gentle in battle.
that's
the
in battle.
damage
Well,
you
let's be honest,
drop
he
is
is
amazing.
He is defending us. They are attacking us, so it's not like it's unprovoked.
Mhm.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like he's when Redvold attacks, he's gonna wipe out someone. The question is,
yeah.
can he get collateral damage? Because it's so much.
See,
I mean, it's like, wait,
Redvold
you're
would be a
still
good
rolling
hugger.
dice? How long is this gonna take? This is amazing.
Redvold would be a good hugger, whereas I totally believe that Raz, if he does deign to hug somebody, it's more of a pat.
Yeah, it's an
definitely
insincere hug.
much less affectionate.
sure.
It's like,
And he's
Why are you
awkward as
touching
hell because he's like, emotions.
100%.
Ugh.
Yeah, I mean, what
He's probably
Redvold
never been
is a
hugged,
father
is the
too,
thing.
so he's
I
probably very
know,
loving
and I
giant.
can't wait for that moment when Redvold gives Raz a hug, and Raz is like, oh, "This is nice."
Well,
I
Is
I
just
this
will
what fatherly
say-
parental
love feels like?
validation. Parental
In-game,
validation.
In game,
Mm.
Raz has technically already had a hug. It was just very one-sided. So
Oh, who hugged?
Yes.
Wait, who was it?
Do you not
grappled
remember?
the harpy.
yes, thank
That's
you.
not a hug.
Hug.
I bear hugged her, and she's trying to fight out of it. So it was
That's
technically
not a hug then.
I wrapped my
Oh.
arms around her, and she kicked
Tried
out.
to claw your guts
Yeah,
out like a raptor.
Exactly.
That's
Yeah.
the one thing I gotta say. I was listening to I don't know if
Closest
it
we
was
get.
that last session or if it was something else, but everyone talking about Raz and the Harpy. I'm like, the Harpy is gay. Let her be
Oh, yeah.
gay.
All right,
Very
so
much so.
we're just about at the time we would
Yeah.
normally stop. Do we want to kind of like wrap up our cunning folk, like what's gonna happen next, and
Thank
and
you, Daddy
call the
Zach, for
stream
keeping
a
us
stream?
on target.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Basically, I think I've already touched on it. We do not have a date for our Cunning Folks stream, but as soon as we know, we will publish and allow you folks to, oh God, I can talk. Set aside some time to join us in our mischief and chaos.
As soon as we know, you'll know.
Yeah, exactly. We'll make some kind of announcement. Maybe I will actually post something on TikTok. Who knows?
Well, I was gonna say if they follow our Discord too, we'll be making posts on there as well. So
That's a good point. We
Oh, yeah,
do
we have a
indeed
Discord,
have
everybody.
a Discord. Yeah.
Join the
Uh,
Discord, you'll
can
get the
someone
first
link that in
hint
the
at
comments or
things.
something?
Potentially.
Please, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get that up, but
Discord,
yeah, for sure, we'll
TikTok,
be
for
making the
sure.
announcement all over social media as well once we
Yeah.
know the schedule for this.
Yeah, so essentially, you 4, 5, whoever will be playing, I think Sarah Dawn might also join us. Your task is to create a character, pick an archetype, make them who they are. If they're grouchy and old, if they're young and sprightly, if they're whatever, create that. Create your slights. What has the Grey
hairball that
Bard
comes out
done
of
to
my
you?
drain.
Yeah, could be. There's in Samantha Norbury's book, I'm listening to it. There is a something sprite. I can't remember what they're called. Oh, but the character's name is Plugit. It's I can't remember what it's called. But yeah, it's a plumbing sprite. It could be as easy as that. But yes, and
Cute. I love that.
yeah. So yeah,
Yeah, I'm excited.
make your
I'm ready to play.
character, create the slights, and that's essentially all you need to do other than us coordinating a time, which I will do that on the side, and then we will let the lovely people know. For all those who have joined us, thank you so much. We are Punch and Roll Productions. We stream typically D&D. What is the newest edition called?
It's still 5e. They didn't. It's not
It's
a new
still
edition,
5e?
It's still 5e.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. We stream D&D 5e.
2024 rules.
2024 rules, unfortunately. Every other Friday at 9 p.m.
Unfortunately, it's
EST.
2024 rules light.
That's
Right,
true.
it's-
We pick
yeah,
and
exactly.
choose which rules we agree with, and
Please let Cleo finish her wrap up.
oh yeah,
Sorry.
and we don't like the ones that we don't use the ones that we don't like. But yeah, thank you for joining us so much. You can follow us on the TikToks, the Instagrams. I think we have a Blue Sky. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I don't know.
We
I
do
don't
not
think
have a
we do.
Blue Sky. Never
Maybe,
mind.
Maybe.
And on Discord,
Yeah.
as well as Twitch, which is probably where you're seeing us now. Yeah, thank you guys so much. And I think we're going to call it there. And that might be the most on time we have ever ended a
It
stream.
probably is.
So yeah, thanks everybody. Have a great night. Take care of each other. And we hope to see you not next week, but the week after that. Bye.
That-
In a fortnight.
Maybe.
Woo!
Maybe.
Maybe.